What's up guys, this is Nick the Saiyan here, bringing you another video, or maybe the first ever one, with the Crew 2 builds discussions, drift discussions, and more. I want to be able to bring this video to you to make you understand what you really need to become a great driver, and also to give you that boost you need to play the game to your own extent and to your own value. Now, I would like to get started with this particular video, actually two. So what I'm about to show you here is going to be very useful for you in the future, where you want to build your vehicle or have your own builds, or you know what you need to be able to play PvP and whatnot. So let's take a look right here. My Egoista tune is missing 6 out of 7 parts, or I've obtained 6 nitrochemist parts. The nitrochemist parts are the chemical icons right next to the parts that in which you have, and they're very useful. Longer duration for nitrous and etc. I have it for my Corvette. My Corvette has 7 out of 7, so it's very useful. Longer duration of nitrous means that you can place yourself in world records in other situations of etc. The reason why this is very important to use these things is because the longer the nitrous duration is, the better your car will perform. Now we're going to be able to take a look over to the builds, which I find to be very important too, because the builds is what helps your car move a bit faster and give that extra edge. So this is my build for the ZR1, and the next 2 clips it'll be able to show you it, so that way you won't miss it if you view this video. Builds are very important. As you can see, I have a very nice build for my Corvette as well as my Egoista, but you need the nitrochemist parts. The nitrochemist parts are a must, so make sure you guys download that in your head, so that way you can be able to use those tunes to your advantage. Now in this next portion of the clip, it's very important that I show you, because I've had a lot of questions on my Twitch stream, and I definitely need to bring this into the topic with you of how to drift. Now, as you can see, my car went fucking wacky, but the thing is that a lot of people have a difficulty with keeping angle during drift, and it's very important to keep an angle. So as you see in this clip, as you pretty much preview it, I'm keeping an angle with the Aventador. Now, I think that it's very important that you keep a certain angle and you keep yourself properly positioned when it comes to drifting, because the biggest problem that most people have is that they slide out. My thing is, if you keep an angle and then you move your tires in the opposite direction using the analog stick, it's very useful to you. And learn to slow down. Slowing down too much could stop your drift completely, and you lose all those fresh points, man. So it's very important that you keep a consistency of your drifting to the highest podium possible. As you can see in this video, I'm actually, wiggling around too much, but I'm obtaining the drift. Now, speed is very important while drifting. I may not have the speed because the Aventador slides too much when it speeds, and it causes collision, which is why I've studied the Aventador for a while, and I felt that it's better to execute it with time and patience, because when it comes to drifting, you can't really rush through things. You go too fast, you're going to be able to collision easily. So it's better if you time, brake when needed to, and be able to move your tires in the opposite direction and keep a smooth outlook on those corners. The curves, they can become your best friend and they become your worst enemy depending on what vehicle you have. The reason why I showed you the Aventador in this video is because I'm not a drift king myself, but I actually know how to be able to use this particular vehicle to my advantage, in which I'm able to get 567 or 561,000. So this is definitely going to be useful for you depending on what type of person, what your outlook on the situation, and how you foresee this video in the future. So I hope that you learn from this particular experience, and I feel that this will be very beneficial to you when it comes down to drifting and how you want to be able to perceive it.